Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cocktails and Conversation, the New York Cosplay Cabaret pre-show. I am your host, Lawrence, and this, I point in the right direction the first time, is your host, Kate. Happy Pride. How's everybody doing?
Yes. How are you all out there in the etherwebs?
How are you in Cyberland?
Cyberland. Cyberland.
Cyberland. Move for me. That was really, you would think that we practiced and scripted that, but no, that was just on the fly.
We're constantly in that zone.
We're that good. We're in that zone, in that crazy zone.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like any phrase you give me, I could probably turn it into some or find some lyric to a musical from it, or at least
any phrase.
Well, not any phrase, but
challenge accepted.
All right. Yeah, it's a fun game to play. But
challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Oh boy! So tonight we are pre-showing Geeks on Broadway 2022. This is why I've stopped using numbers and which one it is and just start using the years. We've been doing this for a minute. But Geeks on Broadway 2022. This Sunday is the Tony Awards.
I know.
So we have coincided with the Tony Awards, of which I'm embarrassed to say as a theater person, I haven't really kept up with who got nominated and what shows are going on because of the pandemic and all the craziness.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And I hate to say it, but I also really haven't been able to see that many shows. So I know, I think Strange Loop is a big contender to win a lot of awards, which
couldn't even tell you what it's about, and it's by a black playwright and a black cast, and I should hand in my Negro card. 1 second before we go any further. Yeah, speaking of handing in my Negro card, now, you're a very special guest of the pre-show. Give it up for Sailor Marge coming to you all the way from Atlanta.
Hey, everyone.
Hello, my dear.
I love the shirt. The pearl.
Wait a minute. Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm not a cat person, but I love that. By the way, you notice Kate and I are rocking Geek Life Pride shirts ourselves tonight.
Happy Pride, everyone.
Happy Pride, everyone. These have actually been in the GeekLifeRules swag shop forever and a day, but anyone who happens to it's on Teespring. So if you go to Geek Life Swag on Teespring, anyone who happens to get one of these anytime this month, all the 100% of the proceeds for the entire month of June are all going to be added into the Chase Masterson's charity for Superhero IOL.
Yay.
So if you want one, and there's other stuff too. There's masks and backpacks and stuff.
Excellent.
Yes, it's in there. So yay for this month, as opposed, it's all going to Chase. Yay.
Yeah.
How you doing, Marge? We were talking earlier about
good
about Annie being your introduction to Broadway, right?
Oh yes. I watched it when I was very little. My mom told me the story about how my grandma bought tickets and my mom got mad at her because she was like, "What is a little kid gonna do at a Broadway show?" And my grandma was just like, "Whatever." And she brought me, and I am a talker. I've always been a talker. And
you didn't talk during the show, did you?
She was surprised that I was silent the entire time. I was wide-eyed, sitting on my grandma's lap, watching with excitement and enthrallment and everything. And it was just what is this magic on stage?
See, that's a thespian in the making.
Yeah.
That is a thespian in the making. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. Lawrence, what was your first musical that you ever saw?
Well, Annie's one of my earliest musical memories, but of the movie, not the Broadway show. I'm embarrassed to say I can't remember what my very first musical was. I know I saw. I feel like if I remember the names, so I feel like if I went back and Googled the dates or years that they came out, I'd be able to figure out which one was the first. I know I saw Chorus Line, the original production Chorus Line at Schubert.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing. Actually, I have the original playbill right here.
Hey, I love that. Yeah, I know I saw that, and so I had to be maybe 10 or 11. To my recollection, I know I saw Cats because Cats was what every school trip went to, so I know I saw Cats. like
course.
8 billion times.
Rocking the cat's earrings.
To my recollection, my mom showed me a lot of movie musicals. And I know I went to like all like the what we used to call a Chitlin circuit, the gospel musicals, like Mama I Want to Sing Part 12 and Mama I'm Still Singing and Mama Now We're Singing in the Barbershop and at the Beacon. So I know I went to those musicals. But before 11, which is when I started working in theater and going, oh, I want to go see the other shows, I don't actually have a conscious memory of what my early live shows were. But I know what my early live movies were. Like I remember seeing Annie when I was like 7. I remember seeing Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and Music Man when I was like 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know, I remember the movies.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Meet Me in St. Louis, Oklahoma.
Yes.
Anything with Shirley Jones in it.
Yes. Oh, Grease. Everyone and
Yes.
their cousin saw Grease.
Grease. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I saw Little Shop of Horrors at like a very young age.
Yes.
Really?
And I remember falling
On
in
stage.
love with it.
On stage.
No, the movie.
Oh, the movie.
Although actually, so when I was little, we had this like community playhouse that was like literally down the road from me, and they did a production of Little Shop of Horrors, and we went and saw it because I love the movie so much. But as you know, or any thespian knows, the ending in the show is much different than the ending in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So,
Spoiler alert for anyone who's never seen it on stage. I'm going to spoil it because it's been out for like 30
I was
years.
gonna say, yeah, do it.
The ending of the movie is a happy Hollywood ending. The ending of the Broadway show, everybody dies.
Everybody dies, and the plant basically
And the plant
takes over the world. And like I remember
the
watching this, like
eat the cast, it eats the theater.
I was like sitting in the audience, like, what is happening?
Oh. You know what the funny thing is? I didn't know that originally. And then when I saw the revival, I think it was a 2003 revival, they put the original ending and the animatronic Audrey comes out over the audience, like over the first 10 rows. And they had like leaves coming up the side of the vines coming up the side of the chairs. Like mine was blown. And then for the anniversary of the film, I think it was the 20th anniversary of the film. So they shot, when they did the original movie, they actually shot the ending.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name? Stan Winston and like all the great special effects puppet master makeup people back then did a full stop motion, go motion, animatronic, like the whole 9 yards ending that was never used because movie people were depressed. They restored it for the director's cut. And it's brilliant. It is literally, what, 8 minutes? It's just 8 minutes of New York being destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a perfect, like the perfect ending song. Like literally the title is just "Don't Feed the Plants."
Like the scene of the elevated train on 9th Avenue and the people hop in the train to get away from the one behind them, and then the camera switches and just a giant mouth and the train is just
Yes.
I love it. We're all sadistic. It's New Yorkers. Let's say hey to a couple of people because we haven't seen a lot of you guys in ages. I see Emery. How are you, sweetie? Emery Siegel. We love her. This is, it's funny, Emery. Whenever I say hello to you during our show, I have flashbacks to Ryan and Sara. That's what seventh rule. Mostly Ghostly, who was on our cast tonight. Heather, Captain Ed, Matt's in the room, David Gregory, James Steiner, cool.
Matt's in there too.
Matt's in there too.
Matt loves Little Shop. Well,
Matt loves Little Shop. Yes, Matt loves. Oh, there is. I forgot. There is some Little Shop in the show tonight.
there sure is.
Yeah, we have some Little Shop in the show tonight. I'm also rocking my Beetlejuice mug cup, which I've seen it 3 times now.
I was happy to hear that they were coming back.
Me too.
That was cool.
I finally can see it.
I don't know if you saw a video of how they rewrote the opening. They rewrote the opening line. His opening line is now, "Hey folks, ain't it pretty? Look who's back in New York City." And I was like, yes, like
Nice.
brilliant.
Is Alex Brightman still in it?
Yes.
Oh.
Most of the Alex Brightman is still in it. There's a new Dana is still understudying the lead and playing Girl Scout. And there's a new help me out. What's her name again? Lydia.
Lydia?
Yes, there's a new Lydia, and there's a new Lydia and a new Beetlejuice's mom / that that actress that does multiple parts, including
The one that does the Argentinian.
No,
like-
that's the same actress. Although the night that I saw it, so the actress who plays Delia is also Argentinian, Miss Argentina.
Oh,
Talk
yeah,
about
yes.
she changes halfway through the show. But the night we went to see it, now that it's reopened, they had a different actress do Miss Argentina. So it threw me because I'm like, wait a minute, what happened to your quick change? I don't know if they letting the understudy get some practice, or if that was, or if they decided to make it easier on the poor actress who does do it. So she doesn't have to like completely change on, put on green makeup, belt out this huge number, and then turn around and go back and do the other thing.
I saw this one. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm just gonna say so that because like there's like little clips of it on TikTok, and yes, I do watch TikToks, but there's one of them during the daylight come and me one go home scene, and there's a part where like this pig comes to life and starts singing and says daylight come, and if you pay attention to her in the background that plays like the stepmom, she starts punching the pig and everyone else is conga dancing.
But do you hear what she says?
No.
She's punching the picture. She goes, "No, I'm a vegan." That's why she starts punching it.
That's hysterical. I just was like paying it. I was just geeking out. I'm like, not her punching this pig on stage.
If you listen like on the soundtrack where you can hear it really crystal clear, she's going, "No, I'm a vegan." That's when she starts punching the pig.
Oh my god, so funny.
I gotta admit, I went to Beetlejuice. When I heard they were making Beetlejuice, I was excited. Then when I heard they weren't using any of Danny Elfman's music, I was like, I don't want to see this. And the only reason I went to see it the first time is because a friend of mine asked me to get up in the morning and get them Rush tickets. Because they live like in Jersey, and they were like, look, if you get up, I know you live like 15 minutes from the Winter Garden Theater. If you get up and get us ticket and get me tickets, I will pay for yours. And I went, fine, I'll get up, I'll do it. And I went in, and then I went in and I was like, oh my God, I love this show. I have to see it again. It was kind of like my sister in Legally Blonde. My sister wanted to see Legally Blonde. I was like, I have no desire to see a Broadway show based on Legally Blonde. I wanted a whole bougie theater rant about, can't they come up with an original idea? Blah, 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 blah. I got the cheapest nosebleed matinee Wednesday seats I could find to take my sister to, but say I took my sister to a show. We watched Legally Blonde, and then I went and bought tickets for the Thursday night show, 6th row. I was like, this is awesome.
It's a great show. I really enjoy the music in that show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the next show on my list that I want to see is 6, which I still haven't seen.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to see Hades Town before Andre left.
I know he left last week, didn't he? Yeah,
I think he just left like 2 days ago.
Oh, maybe even less than that. He left this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I got to see it too before he left too. After, otherwise, Kat never would let me live it down. So we are. It is wow. We're halfway through the show. So let's talk a little bit about what is happening tonight. So tonight's show is a little bit different. So let's start off by saying tonight's show, Geeks on Broadway, tribute to Broadway and the Tony Awards. But the date was slid to the date was chosen for today specifically to coincide, ironically, not with the Tony Awards, but with Pride. Because GeekLifeRules, along with several fan groups in the New York City area, are all raising money for Chase Masterson's Pop Culture Hero Coalition. If you guys are familiar with To Proudly Go, they do the weekly Trek viewing parties. Heather Wood, who was part of our last virtual show, they do the weekly Trek viewing parties at Barracuda from 6 to 9 every Saturday night. Go. It is so much fun. Emery will tell you it is a blast. So go check it out. But them, Sci-Fi Sisters are part of this. A couple of other groups. We all basically had a big group powwow. And Chase Masterson, who we've done stuff for her before with Pop Culture Hero Coalition, which is an anti-bullying campaign aimed at young adults and teenagers. They just recently started a huge LGBTQ identity program, including this comic book, which Cassie has a copy of it, and she's not here, and I don't know where it is. because I was going to pull up the actual comic myself. But what they're trying to do, she's been working on this for a while, and she's basically trying to get the word out there to as many people as possible and boost its profile. So, but that takes money for advertising and flyers and yada, yada, yada. So that's why we are doing tonight's show a little bit differently, which is everything. Everything except for the virtual tickets for the cast will be going to the charity, 100%. I say this because there are 29 people watching right now and only 11 tickets were sold on Eventbrite. That means some of y'all are just watching the show. So if you are able, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Because I know not everybody, we want as many people to see the show as possible and to enjoy the performances. But in this particular case, if you have it in your means, we ask you to go to the Eventbrite link, or on PayPal or Venmo, the suggested ticket donation is $15. You can do that and just put hashtag GeekLifeCares. Anything that says GeekLifeCares is automatically going to the charity. It's in its entirety. Also, make sure you use friends and family so they don't so PayPal doesn't Mark Zuckerberg you take the little chunk change out of it. Yeah, and it's really cool. I've got this up on the screen. The comic that they have is actually really good. And I met Chase I finally met Chase and had a really long conversation with her at Star Trek Chicago. She's the sweetest and nicest person on the planet. Insanely nice. As a matter of fact. Oh yeah, it is here. Let me share something with you guys real quick. Share video file. Surprise for you, Kat.
Kat, you are so talented. Thank you so much for your song. I absolutely love the song about Lita and the Ferengi, and you have an amazing voice. I absolutely loved it. I asked him to send me the link, and I can't wait to hear it all again. And I just want to say thank you so much for your support of Pop Culture Hero Coalition. We're doing really good work, and people say we're saving lives, and it's support like yours that makes that possible. So thank you. We couldn't do it without you. And you rock, lady.
This means Lita has to be a recurring character for the show in August, just telling you now.
You're amazing. I hope to meet you someday, Kat. Thank you so much again.
Aww.
So yeah, Kat Chase actually watched a couple of the YouTube videos, and Kat Smith had literally played her not a week before that, so sent that out, and that was really cool. So yeah, guys, that's what we were doing all month long with the shirts and everything, but especially for tonight's show. So if you didn't get a chance to, please do. It's greatly appreciated. And then as the show goes on tonight, you're going to see some wonderful performances by people, including Sailor Marge. And they have all donated their time tonight since the ticket prices are all going to charity. So virtual tips would be greatly appreciated by our cast. And you can just put Cosplay Cabaret as the hashtag. And anything that says Cosplay Cabaret goes to the cast. Anything that says Geek Life Cares goes to Chase. And I have my Beetlejuice cup, so I'm happy. I don't need anything tonight. What else? A couple things I need to bring up. Share screen. It only lets you share one thing at a time. That's annoying. Unless you share your entire screen, and y'all really don't want to see my entire screen. So, window. Here we go. Bam! Our next two shows are live and in person. Live from New York, it's Cosplay Cabaret. August 18th is our annual summer show. It is live at Don't Tell Mamas at 7 p.m. And then Road to New York Comic Con will be at an all-new location. It'll be at 9:30, and it's going to be a slightly later show, but it's because of Comic Con. And it is at the Duplex, the newly redesigned Duplex. And if anyone hasn't been to that cabaret club down in the Village, check it out. It's awesome. The cool thing about doing the late show at the duplex is that the after party, the bar is in the theater, so the after party is going to be right where we are. We don't have to walk any place. And then, of course, on to Comic-Con. And Marie's Crisis, which is like right down the block and around the corner, and then we just, piano bar sing along. It'll be fun.
Yay.
We're doing rolling casting for the next 2 shows. There will be a casting notice, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. By the time I put that casting notice out, I would not be surprised if the shows were full because I've got at least half of both of these shows casted. We're doing rolling casting this year so that I'm not like being rushed. So if you want to be in either one of these shows, don't wait. Don't wait. Go to the link tree, GeekLifeRules link tree. It's always in all my bios. Find the casting link and just click on the name of the show. They're all in there. And we'd love to see you and have you join. And then there's one other thing I want to share. Window.
Lawrence's sung before. Join us. Leave your field of flowers.
Bam. So it has never been a better time to be a Star Trek fan in New York City. A bunch of us were at the Strange New Worlds premiere a couple of weeks ago. Awesome. And then the Paley Center party. Awesome. And then the 2 after parties at McHale's. I was not at the picnic, but this one here was at the picnic. How was the Growler picnic, Marge?
It was nice to see old friends and to meet new Trek pals. It was very cool.
Excellent.
So, between USS Growler, Geek Life Rules, and New York City away team, welcome back to the event planning Mike, who's like been on hiatus for like a minute between the pandemic and some other stuff, but welcome back. We're trying to, along with the greater New York Fan Coalition, trying to coordinate all the efforts so we don't step on each other's toes and have a whole lot of fun stuff to happen. So this is, at the moment, the current lineup of all the Trek stuff between all our groups. Star Trek 2 is going to be playing on the flight deck of the Intrepid on the 29th, weather permitting. So I will be hosting a cosplay outing for that. Anyone who wants to get there early is welcome to, because the film starts at 8, the doors open at 5. And when the doors open, you have free access to the ship. I fully intend to go to get photos with Enterprise in my Monster Marines. So, yes. Then on the 18th, no, wait, it's not on this list, but on August 1st, NYC away team, Growler and Geek Life Rules collectively are all co-hosting a outing at Bryant Park, where they will be showing First Contact at Bryant Park. And a black and gray photo shoot will happen there. That's a Monday. Then on the 18th is our Sci-Fi Edition show. Then on the August 25th, that date might change. For all the people who are not fortunate enough to go to Star Trek Las Vegas and who are going to stuck here in New York, we're going to have our own little party that weekend here in New York with a viewing and a screening. It says Thursday, but I think we're going to slide that to Friday or Saturday because the 25th is my birthday. And I have other plans for my birthday. I mean, I would love to spend my birthday weekend with you, but on my actual birthday day, we do other stuff. I have a wife, y'all. September 9th, we are going to do, so for everyone coming back from STLV and everyone coming back from DragonCon, because the reason why we're not doing this on the actual day is because for those of us coming back from DragonCon, we need some space. So September 9th, we will be celebrating what is this, March 56th anniversary? 55th anniversary?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's 56.
56th anniversary. We're going to do a viewing party at McHale's and social.
Thank you.
And then October 5th through the 9th is New York Comic Con. We have a show on New York Comic Con and we have an after party on the Sunday. Oh, I also missed one thing that's not on this list. August 11th, Hotsy Totsy Burlesque is doing a tribute to Star Trek. Those tickets go on sale July 7th. No, those tickets go on sale July 8th, and they tend to sell out within the first week. This is not one of the things where you decide you want to go 3 weeks later because you probably won't get it. But they're doing a salute to Star Trek on August 11th, and as many of us as we can go, they're full costume. It's an awesome show. If you've never seen Hotsy Totsy Burlesque, you really should check that out. So I think that's all the housekeeping.
Discussed everything.
Yeah. Did I miss anything? I don't even have my notes up. I went to glance over at my notes on the side screen and realized that I never pulled them. I never pulled them up.
Good memory.
All in here. Using that noggin.
Yeah. So it's just shy of 8 o'clock, guys. We're gonna do our pre-show countdown. The show is only streaming on YouTube. So if you're watching on Facebook right now, on any of the Facebook pages, you need to go to YouTube because you won't be able to see it on Facebook because Facebook is garbage when it comes to copyrights and music. So, so the show is only streaming on YouTube. Those of you who ordered your tickets through Eventbrite already have that YouTube link. Those of you who didn't order your tickets through Eventbrite, shame on you. You can still order through Eventbrite.
Shame.
But go on to Geek Life Rules YouTube channel, Lawrence Neal's Geek Life Rules YouTube channel. The show is there. Like I said, we're going to leave it an open link, and we're going to trust in everyone's moral code for the evening. So I have it muted, but I expect to hear dinging in the corner. Actually, you know what? I'll do you one better. Chase actually gave me a whole bunch of autographed memorabilia. A lot of which I haven't had a chance to raffle off at events because of the pandemic. Right before the pandemic, she gave me stuff autographed by Mary Chifo, Ethan Peck, Neelix, can't remember his name. What's his name? Ethan Peck is Spock in Strange New Worlds. What is Neelix's name? Ethan Phillips.
Yes, Ethan Phillips.
Ethan's. That's why it threw me off. Mark, you knew that. And you just sat there and let me flop on the table.
I was like, I knew it was Ethan, and I was like, man, Benson, come on. I always remember Renee's name.
I know. You know why we all remember Renee's name? Because we all had to practice pronouncing it correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Renee Auberginois. So yeah, biggest donation of the night will get an autographed Be Kind t-shirt, which is from Chase's charity. There you go. So as the night goes on, I'll get it. Let's see, what else? I think that's it.
I think that's it. I think we've done it.
I think we've done it.
Oh my God, I think we've done it.
See? Oh, okay. This is your phone, so that's two. That's two. I'm gonna keep track of these all night, Kate.
I was gonna say, I don't give me a challenge.
I'm gonna keep track of these all night. All right, guys, head over to YouTube. We are gonna start the show in just five minutes. Round of applause, virtual round of applause to Marge in the chat. We will see her later on this evening. Yay.
Thank you, Five.
Get your geek on.
Hello, my name is Elder Ernesto, and I'd like to introduce you to something that is going to change your life. It's called a grasshopper. But if you follow the Book of Mormon, you can call it Fuck This Frog. First, you need to coat the edge of your glass with some water, and then dip that into some green sugar. So it looks just like that. Then put your ice cube in, and then you can make this yummy cocktail with 1.5 ounces of creme de coco. You'll also need 1.5 ounces of green, make sure it's green, creme de menthe. And then 1 ounce of heavy whipping cream. Now you want to get the cream before it's whipped, or else it won't work. Then give it a good mix. Pray to Jesus that your cocktail comes out as wonderful as you want it to. Then strain into your decorated glass. Garnish with a sprig of mint. And fuck this frog.
my
that's how
God.
we start that.
Wow. That's how
Because
you
we
start a
did
show.
forget something, Kate. We forgot about Ernesto.
Well, hey, I mean, you know what? I think this was the perfect way to showcase it.
That was the perfect way to showcase it. For those of you that weren't at the pre-show, welcome to the Geek Life Rules New York Cosplay Cabaret 2022 edition of Geeks on Broadway, where our cosplayer performers celebrate all things about the Great White Way. My name is Lawrence Niels, and next to you is your host for the evening, Madam Kate Hoover.
Why, hello, Lawrence.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing just peachy.
Just peachy. We have a fantastic show lined up for you tonight. Tonight's charity is Pop Culture Hero Coalition. So tonight's show is a little bit different for those of you who don't already know. 100% of the ticket donations that came through Eventbrite and also any ticket donations that continue to come through for the course of the evening are going to Pop Culture Hero Coalition's LGBTQ charity efforts for the month of Pride. Happy Pride, y'all, by the way.
Happy Pride.
Yes. They have a new LGBTQ initiative that is being pushed by Chase Masterson, who is leader from D Space Nine. They also have this awesome comic book. So if you go to their website, you can check that out at popculturehero.org. But what they need are the funds to start getting the word out there and to start promoting their new initiative. So everything that we are doing tonight is going to be going to them. That's our charity for the evening. Also, these shirts, Geek Life Pride, are available at Teespring at the Geek Life Swag store. 100% of all Pride t-shirt sales for the entire month of June will also be going to Chase Masterson's charity. So if you want to look like your two extremely sexy hosts.
Ooh. Wow. And look, I'm wearing the V-neck one. You're wearing the loop. There's different styles.
Yeah, it's different styles. There's hoodies and caps and t-shirts. All with the same logo on it. You can show your colors, show your allyship, just show that you give a damn, and all these charities and all the money will go to charity. Yay! And say hello to see who's out in the let's see who's out in Cyberland. Jamal, what's up, sir? How much helium did it require? Geek Life Rules. I know, right? Thank you, Ernesto. That's cool, by the way. How much helium did this require? Oh my God.
Marge.
Can I point out though? So yeah, hey Marge, I've been really busy the last couple of weeks, and then I was sick, so I actually had not seen Ernesto's video. That was me watching it in real time with everybody else. I knew what he was mixing, but I didn't get a chance to screen it beforehand, so I was dying laughing along with everybody else. Yeah.
Oh.
We always 10 minutes into the show, off the rails already.
We just evolve into giggles so quickly.
Okay. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna take my giggles and I'm gonna disappear into the background. Let's go over the rules. Not rules. Let's go over the rules.
Yeah.
If you've never been, we have a no trolling policy here at the Cosplay Cabaret. Let me explain what that means. It means that everyone here, some people are professional entertainers, some people are amateur entertainers, some people are just cosplayers that want to have fun and share a great idea, whether it's singing, dancing, doing a skit, puppetry, whatever it is. You're going to see some things that you like today, and if you do, give them a round of applause. Or as we are virtual, give them a virtual round of applause. Show them a whole bunch of love in the chat, because almost the entire cast is in the chat watching with you right now. The ones that aren't will be watching later with their friends and family, so show them some love. Now, if you see something that you don't like, and you're not going to like everything, it's okay. Ed knows what I'm talking about. I'll tell you later, Kate. I can't do it publicly.
Oh, okay.
But you don't publicly troll. Yeah, you don't publicly troll. You keep it to yourself. Okay? Because nobody needs your negativity. And if you troll, you will get booted. Not warning, not first chance, second chance. As me and Kate like to say, you don't need 3 chances to not be an asshole. So please don't troll any of the performers in the chat or at all. It's greatly appreciated. Do, however, follow them all on social media. You'll get their social media handles as the night goes on. And it's also on Geek Life Rules at Facebook. So follow these guys. These are some amazing cosplayers and entertainers for the evening. And with that being said, I'm going to leave you in the hands of your illustrious, amazing hosts. Y'all give it up for Miss Kate Hoover.
Hello, hello, everyone. I am so excited. This is like, I just love I love anytime I get to do this cabaret, but obviously, as someone that's studied musical theater, what a more beautiful combination. Musical theater and nerddom, peanut butter and jelly, yada, 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 other combinations. I'm sorry, I'm kind of hungry. So that was the first thing that came to my mind aside from that. But I hope you're ready for some fantastic cosplays, some and maybe you won't. Who's to say? But grab your playbill, grab your favorite libretto score, and grab something rainbow, because obviously it is Pride. And let's give it up for your first performer, who has been in the cabaret before. And speaking of amazing cosplays, they always bring it to the max. Their performances are always over the top and in the best way. And we got to see them do that during our virtual cabarets in the height of the pandemic. So they're back now to give you our first performance of the evening. So please, Akio, Mostly Ghostly.
The audience eyes were on me. Oh yeah, I'm a wonder. It seems like Freddy has reached his prime. Chica's in the mood for a bite. Montgomery might go berserk. That jerk, what a blunder. The Geekaplex is where I flex, wearing away every single day. Get out of my way. Play, 'cause this was made for the stage. We can rock with our body. I know they all prefer me. You can play here too when you're at Freddy's. Let's go. Tonight we wanna go. With that car, but don't you forget who's the star. We're all the bots and the animatronics. Fry, let's go. Tonight, I gotta know. Na 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 na. Tonight, wow. You sneak now. I'm a freak. Break me.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, she was in the green room a second ago and then she disappeared.
Oh no.
There she is.
Oh, they kept getting me in and out, and I was like, no.
I was like, she was just in the green room. Guys, give it up for Mostly Ghostly. And you know those people who, when they perform, you just don't want to do nothing after them because you just feel yourself getting less talented the more they sing? That's you.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Okay, before we go, let's just hit it up. Yes, Rocket.
Aw.
Nicole, what a voice.
Thank you.
I because I watched this number and I was like, damn, I don't know if this should be the opener or the closing, but I do know I'm not doing whatever my idea was. Is that Sammy?
Aw.
Yay.
Aw, so cute.
Thank you.
Hi,
Abby. No.
How are you doing, love?
I'm sorry?
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I literally ran here from work and then just like threw my hair in the shower and I was like, I'm here.
Wait, this is wait a minute. This is your just threw it together look?
You look adorable.
Or now. When I just throw myself together, I look like I just threw myself together.
It's like, no, this is called acting. I look like I'm acting like I have myself pulled together. We need to have the wine. It's gonna happen.
That number was amazing.
It's called fake it till you make it, you know?
Yeah, well, you've made it. That number was amazing.
You sure did.
Rent is also like one of my favorite musicals, and Out Tonight is not an easy number to sing. Like the professionals,
I feel like I never hear anyone do it that often anyway either. And I'm like, but I love this song.
Yeah, Rent was one of those things that became so big that it hit critical mass and kind of got burned out on. Yeah. But that's not anyone who knows musicals knows that's not an easy song. Matter of fact, Rosario Dawson, when she did it in the film version, was auto-tuned to within an inch of her life.
Oh my God, she so was.
Not that she can't sing, but those notes are just not, those riffs are not easy, and you slayed it.
Oh.
Tell me about the character. I wasn't quite familiar with that character until I looked it up.
Oh, Freddie?
The cosplay.
Yes. I became obsessed. I was never really a horror person, really until Five Nights at Freddy's, which is insane because it's blown up so much. I kind of like in the same way of Reds, like especially with the young kids and stuff, because I'm not young. That like it just kind of exploded and it got me into more horror stuff. Like I've never liked getting scared, but I decided to add a jump scare at the end too, kind of like the game. And it's I'm definitely more of a video game nerd, so I was like, if I'm gonna do something nerdy, it has to be and of course Rent, because it just so happened that this song I felt like somehow just actually blended with this character really well. I'm like, she's a wolf, there's howling, there's this, I don't know, if you actually listen, there's a new game called Security Breach. The music, when you turn off just the vocals, just the instrumental only, it sounds just like the game. So I was like, wow, all right, life is just telling me to just do this, so I was inspired.
Well, you slayed it, you nailed it.
Thank you.
For Halloween, I see you rocking the Umbrella Corporation shirt. So for Halloween, I expect some zombie action happening. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if y'all guys haven't been on her social media lately, check out the Goblin. Her Green Goblin is insane. Insane.
Thank you.
I was coming up with Mean Green Mother from Outer Space parodies like the whole time we've been talking about it. So guys, virtual round of applause for Mostly Ghostly. Thank you so much for this. You were phenomenal, and we will see you soon.
Thank you so much. See you soon.
Amazing. Oh guys, I'm sorry, give me one moment. Actually, there's someone that wants to actually introduce our next character, and she wants to come on. So hold on. Let me go get her real quick. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Liza Minnelli.
I'm so sorry to interrupt your cabaret, but I just had to come on and introduce this next character because, oh, pardon my hair, she wears these plugs now because, my hair's not what it used to be. But I just wanted to introduce this new character because I just love it so much. Our next performer is just a super duper fan of the New York Cosplay Cabaret. I need to go watch it myself. I hear it's wonderful too, and he's super excited to be making her debut here with the cabaret this evening. She's a darling young thing, just 6 years old. It's a little girl. I didn't realize it's a little girl. She's the youngest performer that we've ever had here at the cabaret. In her fandom, she's here to sing a song from Flora the Red Menace, which I did that role years ago. I was in that in Flora. Well, please give it a hand to this sweet, darling young thing. Here is Becky. Fabulous.
What do you call a song with New York Cosplay Cabaret? What do you call a boost to my social media? What do you call meeting Mrs. Nerd Styles? What do you call a live interview with Lawrence and Kate? And Kate, I want to run. No, I don't. I want to scream. No, I don't. I want to sit down. I don't hear anything. You're supposed to hear bells, drums, trumpets. I don't hear anything. Well, what do you know? When it all comes true, just the way you planned. It's funny, but the bells don't ring. It's a quiet thing. When you hold the world in your trembling hand, you think you'd hear a choir sing. It's a quiet thing. There are no exploding fireworks. No, I said there aren't any. Where's the roaring of the crowd? Maybe it's a strange new atmosphere way up here among the clouds. But I don't hear the drums. I don't hear the band. The sounds, I'm told, such moments bring. Happiness comes in on tiptoe. Well, what do you know? It's a quiet thing. A very quiet Oh my gosh, I was just accompanied by David Citron. And he's still playing. Thank you for having me.
Becca!
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We are so happy to have you with us in your first cabaret.
Me too. And did you see that I sang the song that she introduced?
Yes, we did. We did. And you have a
and did you
beautiful
see-
voice.
Thank you. And did you see when I said when you hold the world in your trembling hand? That did you see that my hand was trembling?
I did. Your acting choices were magnificent.
Thank you.
Let's take a quick look and see what the audience. Heather, oh God, those fluffy rope ribbons just knocked me back to the 80s. Oh, yay!
I'm borrowing them.
Great job, Becca. Love your costume changes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Anne-Marie says brilliant, and
Thank you, Emery.
Anne-Marie should know she has very, very sophisticated tastes.
It's nice to meet you too, Becca. Thank you for giving us both the shout out. It's an honor to meet you too.
Thank you. I was nervous.
Oh, you did wonderfully.
Did you see that I cosplayed Matt and Crystal and Lawrence?
Yes,
You
I
did.
saw. Yeah.
I think everybody in the show appreciated all of your shout outs.
Thank you. I'm a big fan.
Big fan. Are we going to see you again someday?
I hope so. My parents said that I shouldn't because it might make me grow up too fast, but I think I don't think that I did.
There's nothing wrong with growing up too fast.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, making her cosplay cabaret debut, give a big round of applause to Becca.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good, Becca. And honestly, she had to leave really quickly. She literally ran out the door, but Liza said you did a great job too. She was very complimentary. She told me to tell you, fabulous job, darling. You're just so good. So, high praise indeed. But moving on to another long-standing family member of the Cosplay Cabaret who has also been in a number of shows with us, both in person and virtually. And she's one of the people that has learned in the most brilliant ways how to utilize a green screen during the pandemic. Estelle has a beautiful voice. She is a singer, dancer, cosplayer, and a full-time mom. And she's here to give you a little bit of refreshment because it is officially summertime outside and, you know, it's getting a little hot. And I think we all know, I don't know if you live in the city like I do, but there's a certain song that comes down my street every single day now that it's summertime over and over again. And I will hear it until the day I die. The ice cream truck. So please, my dear friends, give it up for Estelle Goodwin.
Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night someday. Ice cream, he brought me ice cream. Vanilla ice cream, imagine that. Ice cream, and for the first time, we were together without a spat. Friendly, he was so friendly, it was never guessing that you were fat, that you were near. You were outside looking bald. Oh. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it, but even so, that George was not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, and strange as it may seem, he came to offer me
Oh, I'm here. Okay. My computer was frozen the whole time, and then it said I was in the show, so I'm here.
Oh,
No.
it was all frozen for us. We saw it. By the way, your entire number, the squeal at the end made that whole number for me. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, darling.
How are you? And are you eating ice cream?
No, I'm not eating ice cream right now. So
How
I filmed it all in one take to kind of just get that like live theater feel. I didn't do a lot of editing.
How very Les Mis of you.
Yes. How very late is of you. Single take, close up camera. It was wonderful. And you've been doing a lot of cabaret singing. You've been doing the comeback cabaret. And I've been seeing you doing a lot of stuff out there. Guys, so if you want to get your Estelle fix, follow her on social media because she's all over the place. And just like and slaying songs and claiming Also, by the way, Estelle, I have to say I greatly appreciated that you chose this song from this musical because I love She Loves Me and Laura Benanti, Somewhere in the Multiverse, is one of my wives. That's a great Laura Benanti.
I got to see it when it was on Broadway.
The whole cast was. It was was Laura Benanti and what's his name?
Zachary Levi.
Levi.
Yeah, from Rapunzel.
Yeah. So it was Chuck. It was Chuck, a sci-fi guy, and it was Laura Benanti who plays Alice Morel's mom on Supergirl. So they both have like a geek pedigree on top of the show.
She was also, wasn't she in Smash, or am I thinking of
She was in Smash, and she also played the wife who went past along on SVU.
Yes.
She was a lot of stuff.
She's been in a lot of things, yeah.
She also Laura Benanti's social media, by the way, if you ever follow her social media, is absolutely hilarious.
She's so funny.
She's like practically a stand-up comic. Her and her kids are really funny on social media. I think Estelle can relate.
Following in her footsteps.
She is. What are you up to next, Estelle?
What are my plans?
Yeah, what's next?
Hopefully Broadway for real. But
girl.
you never know. Life just goes on. No real plans.
Bah, indeed.
Well, we are always grateful when you join us. Guys, give Estelle lots. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Lots and lots and lots and lots of clapping emojis. So we need to take the whole cast to Marie's Crisis, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, take the whole
I
cast to
miss that
Marie's
place.
Crisis. Guys, give Estelle and her little one a round of applause.
I'm waving. If you can, there. Now you can see me waving.
Oh, little future thespian in the making. I love her so much. Well, speaking of people that we love dearly, and another person that has been a long-standing family member of the cabaret. In fact, he holds the record for being the longest member that has ever performed with the Cosplay Cabaret. He's been in practically every single performance, save for like one or two, but every other one, he's been a tried and true performer of ours, and we just adore having him here. And Matt loves cosplaying as some of his favorite characters of all time, and one of his favorite characters to play is Orin Scrivello, the dentist from Little Shop of Horrors. Yes, I know. This is a dark twist for Matthew. If you're familiar with him, you're used to him doing Animaniacs or something sweet and charming. Well, you're going to see a different side of him tonight. So come along as he leads you all into his favorite career and how much he loves it. So get ready, because he is a dentist. Give it up for Matt Rawson.
When I was younger, just a bad little kid, my mama noticed funny things I did. Like shooting puppets with a BB gun. I poisoned guppies, and when I was done, I take a pussycat and bash its head. That's what my mama said.
What did she say?
She said, my boy, I think someday you'll find a way to make your natural tendencies pay. You'll be a dentist. You have a talent for causing things. Hey! Don't be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane. Your temperament's all for the priesthood, and teaching would suit you still less. Don't be a dentist. You'll be a success.
Here he is, folks, the leader of the pack. Watch him suck up that gas. Oh my God! He's a dentist and he'll never ever be any good. Who wants to teach them by the Marquis de Sade?
Oh, that hurts. Wait, I'm not numb.
Shut up, bumping watch. Here I come. I am your dentist, and I enjoy the career that I picked. I am your dentist, and I get off on the pain I inflict.
Really love it.
I thrill when I feel of my cuspid. It's the one that I'm maladjusted. So I may cause my patients distress. Somewhere up in heaven above me, I know that my mama's proud of me. Oh, mama. 'Cause I am your dentist, and a success. Say ah. Say ah. Say ah. And now sit.
It was so much fun. I loved it. I loved how it came out. And thank you to Kat and Nicole for filling in for the urchins. I loved it.
God,
so
give it up for
good.
Matt. How are you doing, Matt? It's good to see you, man.
This was so much fun. It's great to see both of you too. It's always so much fun being part of these shows.
I totally have a mental picture. I want to see, like, you know, when you sang the line, I find a pussycat and bash his head. Like the mental picture of Matt, like swinging a cat around. Very quickly, let's take a quick look at the Sailor Marge. Yay, Matt. Anne Marie, scared already. Mr. Wayne Henry, so good, and the urchin sound amazing. Big thanks to Nicole and Kat Smith for providing the job as the urchins. Kat, actually, I was just chatting to her on my other computer. She was meant to be a part of this show, and she ended up getting COVID in the last couple of weeks. And then she had to hustle off to Frenchwood camp. So, but she managed to get that done before she left. And she says hello to everybody. and she misses you all. And she'll comment after. She's going to watch the recording of the show later on because I'm sure she's teaching a bunch of little kids up there how to be just like all of us. Wait, Emery, now swallow. Oh, wait.
Different cabaret.
Oh, and I love this. Poor Moon Pie.
I know. Yeah, everyone's like, now Moon Pie shows up. The worst
Hi,
time.
Moon Pie.
Matt, that was a great
Oh,
job.
there you go, Moon Pie. See you. Hi, Moon Pie.
So we had several things happen just now. We had Matt doing an evil character for a change. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We had the urchins. We had a Moon Pie sighting. And how is that character's name pronounced again, Kate?
Orville Redenbacher.
You really didn't think I was going to let that slide, did you? Orange, what?
Wait, I actually don't know. Is it? I thought it was. Is it not Scorvelli?
Scrivello.
Scrivelli.
Edward Neutrogena.
Neutrogena. Oh, my Neutrogena moment for the evening. That's it. Well, there's always got to be one, you know.
Matt, do you fancy yourself a bad guy now that you've had a taste of the dark side?
I mean, it honestly is fun playing bad characters as well. Like when I did Spike, and who else did I do those bad?
Spike is not really bad though, is he?
Well, I mean, I guess this is the first like really bad character I played. But I mean, I feel it is fun, like to switch it up every now and then. And I actually this song when I did this song in Queens College, my musical theater 2 class in October 2009 for the first time. I feel like this was a song to sort of help me get out of my shell because I was like, wow, like it's like so much different from like before this. Like in musical theater 1, I did like some ballads, like a Charlie Brown, but this was like way different, and I had so much fun with it.
Well, we had fun watching you too, and I know you're watching in the chat. So here is my challenge for Matt, and also for everyone in the chat watching the show who's seen Matt the dozens and dozens of times he's been performing. We collectively are going to pick the baddest character we can think of for you to come up with a performance for. Like, I want y'all to give Matt something like some Thanos level stuff. I want to see just how bad Matt can get. That's a challenge for everyone in the chat. Give Matt some evil.
Also, Lawrence, could you like screenshot the picture? Lawrence, can you screenshot those choices people give me in case I don't disappear from just like on a comment thing, like they go up and then like
I keep records of everything. I have it, so I'll give it.
Oh yay! Thank you so much.
All right, guys, give Matt a round of applause. Take it easy,
Yay.
man.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so cute. Oh, love Matt. Actually, I don't know. Okay, so the first thing that came into my head of like an evil character is the song "Toxic Love" from Fern Gully that Hexus sings. I don't know. I'm just saying that's my pitch that I'm throwing out there. But also yes, of course you saw Moon Pie. Actually, Moon Pie, she's eating right now, but I'm gonna annoy the heck out of her and bring her because I have something to show you all. Because of course, it is Pride Month, and I couldn't not have Moon Pie come on here and show off her new accessory for Pride Month, which is, you guessed it, a rainbow kitty wig. She's gonna hate it, but look at how pretty she looks. Oh, she hates it so much. Moon Pie, she's not even wearing it, but happy Pride from Moon Pie, reluctantly. I know.
Poor cat.
Hey, I feed her, okay? This cat is spoiled, but all right, maybe I'll wear this wig because I spent good money on it. So there you go. All right. I'm a mess. Moving on to our next performer, Bailey Ellis, who is another returning member of the cabaret. He's excited to return again with another parody. Their heart had been broken by Avengers Endgame, as did we all. and every movie since then, so he'd like to write about a happier time back when Peter Parker was just getting the feel of being a superhero. They admit they've watched Spider-Man Homecoming a limitless amount of times. I've watched it a couple times too. It's so good. I mean, honestly, I think Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, if I gotta be honest. And just like their ideas for Marvel parodies are limitless and will never stop, please welcome Bailey Ellis.
I already know what it's like to be the loser. I should find out what it's like to not be the loser, or the geek, or the whatever. Think I felt inconsequential since my problems all began. I knew I had no potential to be like Iron Man. But based on how things are going, I'm finally gaining grounds. I'm going after the vulture. I'm gonna take him down. This is cool. But what'll really feel good is doing something that he never thought that I could. It's not only school that's rough, keeping the secrets stupid tough. Now I think I've had enough of being the loser, the geek, or whatever. Now that Ned knows it's kinda rad, and he can help plan my attack, that's some weight taken off my back from being the loser, the geek, or whatever. Sick of being the loser, the geek, or whatever, yeah. Whoa, whoa, Ben taught me, follow your instincts, trust your inner voice with great power, and such. Till now my instincts were messy. With one bite, my instincts changed so much. So now I'm taking directions from another source. If the bad guys have an objection, look out! I'm setting a new course. It's still new and feels bizarre, but if things keep up the way they are, then I can prove to Mr. Stark I'm not just a loser, the geek, or whatever. If Liz can look me in the eye like I'm some super handsome guy, I owe it to myself to try not being the loser, the geek, or whatever. Sick of being the loser, the geek, or whatever, yeah. Whoa, whoa, prompt me, direct me, 'cause I know I can be more than the neighborhood Spider-Man. Especially now since I clearly see all the things that I should be. Take a deep breath. Don't tell May. Still, I worry for the day when she finds out or gets in harm's way. When I'm a cool dude, a hero, or an Avenger. And if Liz likes me in the end, will I be able to pretend I didn't fail my one real friend? That That's the stuff I normally would think. Get over it, get priorities in sync. Just look ahead and stay on task. Hey, there's a lady speaking in my mask. I've earned my chance, my turn to be something more than plain old me. I've wasted all eternity just being the loser, the geek, or whatever. I'm steady as the fight begins. I'm a Jedi up against the Sith. No turning back, I fight to win. No more being the weirdo, the wuss, the underdog, being the misfit, the old school analog, being the oddball, the orphan freak, the Penis Parker, the please don't speak. Oh, I can hardly wait for the moment when I'm not the loser, the geek, or whatever. Oh, I'm not the loser, the geek. No, never, no, I'm not the loser, the geek, or whatever, ever again.
Hey. Guys, give it up for Bailey, who is actually performing live on stage at the exact same time that he is performing virtually. He is performing in a drag show tonight, so cannot be with us live, but show him some love in the chat so that when he comes around, he will be able to see all of it. We'll bring him up. Tara. Oh, actually, before I go into the next comment for Bailey, let me back up for a second and find Tara's comment that she made a second ago, because Tara accepted the challenge. Hey, Matt, let's stat.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yes, that is brilliant. Let's stat. So there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, lots of applause.
Applause all around.
Yeah, applause all around. We're at the halfway point, so I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you all again for hanging out. Remind you that the performers this evening volunteered their time for tonight's show, because 100% of the proceeds that come in, either through Eventbrite or if you, somebody told me that they hit the Eventbrite link and it took them to the wrong page. I don't know why. I just checked it and it's fine on my end. But if Eventbrite link took you to the wrong page, then just use Venmo or PayPal, and hashtag GeekLifeCares in the subject. And that will go to the 100% of everything tonight goes to Pop Culture Hero Coalition. However, if you would like to virtually tip our performers who, as I mentioned, donated their wonderful time and talents tonight, you can do that same thing through Venmo or PayPal. And just hashtag Cosplay Cabaret. GeekLifeRules is my handle everywhere. So Instagram, Facebook, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, it's always at GeekLifeRules. It's the hashtags that let me know where to send stuff. And it is greatly appreciated by our performers. Yay. Very cool. And also don't forget to hit the like button.
Yes.
27 people watching and only 16 likes on the screen. So hit the. I really do feel like Ryan and Syrup right now, because they do that all through 7th Rule. But I understand, because the algorithm gods are what makes it look popular, so that other people come in and so we can do more content. That's what makes it. That's what helps us. Help us help you.
Help us help you.
Help us help you. So if you're watching, whether you're audience or cast or whatever, hit the like button, and then hit the subscribe button, so that you always know when something comes up. Because a lot of times our performers will post content that has nothing to do with cabaret. Well, that post content that's not part of cabaret shows, but it's cool content to watch. So go ahead and post it. And every once in a while, I'll go live with my band. So if you ever just want to listen to like some funky music on a Sunday night, that happens too.
You do, trust me, you do.
every Sunday night in Atlantic City at the Hard Rock Atlantic City, we funk music, jazz, 80s. I've never met a mashup I didn't like. So to be perfectly honest, all of my female vocalists sing circles around me, so you don't even have to listen to me. You can listen to them. It's cool.
Well.
All right. Ready to move on?
Let's move on.
Cool.
let's keep this show a rolling. But also notice for whoever, I think it was Heather that said, like, I'm going to be sleeping with my one eye open. It's like, look, my cat is just glaring at me right now. She's like, you're going to get it when you least expect it. Just like a little shark with fur. But yes, pay no attention to the beast in the corner. Let's move on to your next performer. And this is going to be a little bit unusual because we're actually going to bring someone from the past. So we're going to hop in our nifty little TARDIS, and we're going to bring the ghost of Ben Franklin here to speak to you all. And honestly, he's got quite a bit to say because he's a little bitter that he was cut out of Hamilton because he thinks he's much better than him. He certainly feels like he's accomplished much more. And, well, I mean, I guess I'll let him tell you in his own words, but please give it up for Ben Franklin.
How did a bastard, orphan, son of a whore, and a Scotsman dropped in some forgotten spot in the Caribbean, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I mean, haven't we all had enough of Schmamilton? Don't we all miss a real founding father? Like Dr. Benjamin Franklin at your service? Oh yeah. Smooth, shiny, beautiful. That's me. That's Dr. F. Oh, the inventions, the things that I did. Do you like when your house doesn't burn down from lightning? Lightning rod, you're welcome. A publisher, a philanthropist, philosopher, and a ghost. Ghost! Ooh, here to haunt the theater. Now, Dr. Franklin is here in the theater. Sing, John Adams, sing! JK. That's, I don't do that sort of thing. I mean, I am a ghost, but, strong. Ought to be. I brewed it. I'm a brewmaster also, you know. I like to hang around. I mean, I'm a ghost. This luscious bod stopped chicking in 1790, but I haven't stopped coming around. I like to watch. Not in a bawdy way, silly. I like to see what's going on with the United States of America, because you're all my babies. Some more literally than others. Dr. F got around. Google the Hellfire Club if you want. Yeah, Schmamilton isn't the only one who is reliable with the ladies. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there. Spiritually, the United States of America, you're my babies, you're my children, and I like to see how you come around, how you're doing. There's problems and strifes and stuff, but there's also really good things. And one of those really good things, I'm proud to say, is a revival of the musical 1776. It's opening September of this year, the year of our Lord 2022, in the American Airlines Theater on 42nd Street, the 40 Deuce. American Airlines. I didn't invent them because I wasn't around long enough, but had I been, I'm sure I would have. I invented electricity. You like that? Oh. Anywho, 1776 is a marvelous musical starring me, Dr. Benjamin Franklin. You'll see some minor cameos from some of my friends, your Washingtons, your John Adams. Sit down, John. He really was a yappy guy in real life, but love him to death. Tommy J. That's a funny thing. I kind of, for a preacher, Thomas did not always practice what he preached. I think we all know what we're talking about. But Dr. F, abolitionist for women's suffrage, all the good stuff. I mean, that's who the kids are coming to see. They're coming to see Dr. F, Dr. Feelgood. And, look at this. I'm the one who said, God loves us. Beer's proof that God loves us, and he wants us to be happy, right? Yeah, dig it. Oh, that's strong. It's like Belgian Abbey strong. It's like, in fact, I've had another song would be, not throwing away my hops, not throwing away my hops. Like Fort Lee, New Jersey, I'm a founder who's thirsty. I'm not throwing away my hops. You know, Fort Lee, it was an actual fort. It was instrumental in the Revolutionary War. A lot of people don't know that because every city called a fort was actually a fort with walls to go pew, 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 pew. That's Star Wars. That's the guns from Star Wars. I watched the moving pictures also, which you make with electricity. You're welcome, Hollywood and Spielberg. Where was I? Point being that you're all my babies. I love you very much, and you should go see 1776. Much better than Schmamilton. I knew you were standing right there, Alexander. He's actually right here next to me. I don't know why he doesn't show himself. He's shy. Suddenly he's a shy ghost. He wrote letters talking about his lady, but now he's shy. He's right here next to me. Well, it's my show now, baby. 1776 is what I'm saying. Have a great rest of the evening, and I want to thank Cosplay Cabaret, Geeks on Broadway, for having me, the ghost of Dr. Benjamin Franklin. Be good to each other. Love you. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Who knew Benjamin Franklin was such a lush? My gosh.
No, the things you learn. The things you learn digging in the archives.
History.
The things you learn. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Good to see you too. Yeah.
Good to see you. It's also good to see you back. You like me, we're back doing live work, so we're all over the place. So congratulations on being back on stage as well. I think this has to be one of my favorite comments I saw doing it. How many beers were had off screen?
Method actor prepares.
That's right. Anything for the project.
This Ben Franklin's quite charming. I like him.
Oh, thank you very much, Alvin.
What else?
I would hang with this Ben Franklin.
Oh, this one. Yeah, 1776. Sit down, John.
Sit down, John. My favorite is when you were like, not throwing away my hops.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
So good.
Yeah, we love drunk Ben Franklin.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought he and Alexander would be good dinner guests because they could just hold forth on anything out of all the people in history. But then about halfway through, your host probably says to you, can you get your friends to like tone it down a little bit?
You're saying Ben Franklin would be like that friend that gets a little too rowdy at dinner parties?
Sure. Charismatic, egotistical.
I don't have any friends like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't surround myself with those people.
I don't surround myself with those people. And somewhere someone's going, if you're in a group of people and you think you don't have a friend like that, it's because you're the friend like that. It's you. You're in like 3 or 4 running projects at the moment. You're back at Guilty Pleasures, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to be in their June one. That's a special. Their co-producer Bridget Bowes is getting married, and that's like a sort of bachelorette show for her at the duplex.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you doing the pop-up shows as well?
That's just pure dance.
That's just pure dance.
Yeah. And I immerse myself with the dancers and singers, but that's not my jam. Despite the amazing rap that you saw in the beginning of this video.
It's my goal. It's my goal when my schedule permits to get a chance to finally see your show live.
Yeah,
so,
it's a hell of a show. Yeah,
and you guys all should follow. Make sure you follow. What's your social media so people can follow you?
On Instagram, it's at Gregory_Levine, and on Facebook, it's Gregory.Levine.
Yeah, I knew there was a little difference between the two. I just didn't remember which was which. But you are amazing as always. Thank you so much for joining us again and sharing your amazing talents. Very, very cool. Guys, round of applause. Mr. Gregory Levine, Ben Frank.
Wonderful, darling. Wonderful. Just wonderful. And please tell Mr. Franklin he can come back anytime, you know? Just, I don't know. Just him. Bring your kite. It looks like it's going to be rainy outside. But moving on to your next performer. Danielle loves to cosplay. What a perfect venue for her. What?
Kate, hold on a second. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interject. So Cassie's home from work.
Oh, yay!
And the reason why, yes, you come over here. You're not getting, come on, just come on the camera. We're trying to host a show, be professional, and Cassie comes to the house and she's.
Stop it.
I don't have my queen one anymore, but we could be Charles and Camilla for the Jubilee.
Camilla!
Don't mention it.
Oh my gosh.
In case you were wondering, like, what professional stuff is happening behind the scenes, it's me trying to tech this show from behind the scenes with my wife doing stuff like this off camera.
Happy Jubilee.
Happy Jubilee, darling. That's so
Thought
good.
you'd appreciate that. Okay. Back to the show.
Honestly, like this, no offense, Cassandra, I cannot, like, anytime I see like Camilla and any of the royal family, I think of that show. I think it's on HBO Max, The Prince. It's like this animated show, and it basically is just like mocking the royal family, and the whole joke about Camilla is that she's not allowed to talk ever. So she's just like constantly with Prince Philip, but like she just never says a word. And I don't know. Check it out. It's funny. It's a little crass, but solid humor. I mean, I think so. But yeah. Does I never would have guessed. Yes. Moving on to Danielle though. Well, like I said, surprise, surprise, she loves cosplay too. And her first cosplay was, okay, it was from Supernatural. And Lawrence, is it Rowena? I didn't watch Supernatural, so this is not my fault. I don't know this character. So you can't blame me for not knowing how to pronounce their name. Danielle, I apologize. I'm sure it was wonderful, but this person from Supernatural was her first cosplay, and she's just continued from there. She's a self-proclaimed theater geek and actually first sang the song that she's about to sing at the American Musical Drama Academy. And it was her first assignment at school. And I'm so excited to hear her sing it. Wanda Vision was her favorite Marvel show, and she loves cosplaying different forms of Wanda. So here to sing a darling song to her man about how happy she is to keep his dinner warm. Just don't invite Agatha, okay? Give it up for Danielle Dragoni.
In Westview, that's the place where the mansion will be. For me and the darling bright young man I picked out for marrying me. You'll do well, I can tell. So it isn't a moment too soon to plan on my life in New Westview. The wife of my darling tycoon. We are an unusual couple. My husband is indestructible pet. I'll be so happy to keep his dinner warm while he goes on earth and on earth. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown. We're waiting until his mind is clear while he looks right, waiting to say good evening, dear. to pass below. What's perfectly understand neglect, all to belong in the aura of his frown. Dark and dizzy frown. Such heaven wearing the white uniform, while he goes upward and upward. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown.
Hi.
Yay! And look who pre-recorded the interview, but just made it just in time to be live.
Literally like 10 minutes ago, I got home.
Because live is always better. How are you?
Good, good. How are you guys?
All right. Are you rocking a Wanda Vision shirt?
Yeah, I totally am. See?
Yes, very cool.
Had
Guys, round
to.
of applause for
Oh, thank you.
Danielle. Into the comments we go. That was adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of clapping emojis. Lots of clapping emojis.
Clap, clap, clap.
Clap, clap, clap. So well done.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah, we were talking earlier because you were saying how Estelle did She Loves Me, and you did How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Which you said you combined the two of them. You got the idea to combine the two of them because they're both about a previous period in time that was simpler.
Yes, much simpler actually. And it just seemed to really fit the theme of WandaVision, at least the first episode or two anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to ask this question because you are, shall we say, younger than the two old people hosting this show. I'm sorry, old but beautiful. So were you familiar with the original shows that those first two episodes of WandaVision were paying tribute to?
The first one I know was Bewitched, I believe.
Yeah.
And then the second one could be a mix of a bunch of different shows.
Yeah, so I'm just curious because I mean, like as soon as it was the Dick Van Dyke Show, and Jamal, because you're like superhero research dude. If you're in the chat, you can correct me. I'm pretty sure the first episode was meant to be a Dick Van Dyke Show, and the second episode was Bewitched. And I think one of the directors of photography of the actual Dick Van Dyke Show worked on WandaVision, along with Dick Van Dyke himself.
Oh, that's awesome.
In order to get the look right.
Wow.
In order to get that camera, and in the Bewitched episode, the effects were all done practically with strings and cables. None of it CGI. They did it the way they did it in the 50s.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they brought in Jamal Singh in the chat. They brought in Dick Van Dyke to consult for that episode himself. So it's absolutely brilliant.
Wow.
And then How to Succeed is a great musical. Did you see it on Broadway?
I didn't. I actually saw in Lincoln Center Library a video when Sarah Jessica Parker was in the production.
I never saw that one. I saw I saw Daniel Radcliffe and
oh, nice.
As a matter of fact, me and Cassie saw Daniel Radcliffe. We actually went to see How to Succeed with Daniel Radcliffe at 8:00, and then we left it was the Hirschfeld Theater. We left the theater, went to the Marquis Hotel bathroom, changed out of our regular Broadway clothes into robes, and then went to the opening night screening of Death of the Hallows Part 2.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
The whole night of Daniel Radcliffe. Well, it's amazing having you, and your number was brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm glad we got to talk to you live.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
That was better. Round of applause. Yeah.
Of course. Honestly, this was years ago, but I did How to Succeed in Business, and I played Smitty, who's like the side, like the best friend, character actress kind of person. But it was such a fun role to play because she has this song in the show called Coffee Break that she sings. Oh, there she is again. But she has this song called Coffee Break, and it's this weird kind of quirky number, but performing it was just such a blast, and just that character in general. And me and my friend, I can't remember his name, but he played Bud From. But we got in a lot of trouble because he's supposed to like try to address me at one point and forget my name. And it's just supposed to last like 2 seconds. Like, what's your name again? Swanson, blah, blah, blah. And we decided one night, we're going to do the scene from Dumb and Dumber. So we kept going, and he just like slippy, slappy. It was like Smitty. And we got yelled at pretty hard off stage from our director for that. But you know what? Totally worth it. But that being said, moving on to our next performer, who is arguably one of my favorite periodivas in this entirety of the time that I've been in this cabaret. It's her, it's Kat Smith, like the two of them are, the reigning queens. I bow down to them, and I'm so excited that we get to see a parody of her tonight. And of all things, it is of The Next Generation. Oh yes, we know you all love your favorite Star Trek series, but let's be fair, The Next Generation brought it back like no other. Come join us on a magical adventure through the best and at times maybe worst memories of The Next Generation. So give it up for, oh, damn it, the one, the only, Sailor Marge.
TNG. Trek can't do without you. Picard, Riker, LaForge. TNG. Beverly and Sun 2. Data, Detroit, and Worf. It took a few years to bring the ship back. All those movies kept us pure, except for Trek 5. Take that one back. The new cast has a lure on TNG. 1701D, Warp 9, I'm told. Doc Brahms went bold. You'll see on TNG. TNG, the holodeck dazzles. Program your fantasies. TNG, look, new Wilcar's panels, ripe for new galaxies. What other show had the special effects and a pretty diverse crew? Admiral Bones passed the torch with respect. Now the legacy's on you. Oh, TNG, I'm just here for Picard. The UFP, Vulcans, Starfleet, you'll see on TNG. TNG, meet the Prime Directive. Pre-warp, don't interfere. TNG, so what's their objective? Who knows? They don't adhere. They seek out new life, but on their own terms, conditional equality. And here am I, working right on the bridge, proving my identity. Oh, TNG, first season was brutal, but that's the norm. For Trek's third board, you'll see on TNG. I had such potential, gals in security. TNG, my death accidental. FS23, I may have seemed cold, missing the heart that Starfleet crewmen would possess. My troubled childhood played an integral part, but I worked hard for success on TNG. I look back quite fondly. One night, one guy, Data, and I. Why not? It's TNG. TNG, the best of the franchise. Live long, comply, engaged, bourgeois. You'll see on TNG.
Next season on Star Trek Picard.
I mean, can we please?
What do we say? What is there to say? There's hold on, hold on. Just Kate, you and I aren't going to say anything. We're just going to let the audience bask. Bask in the wonder that is Sailor Marge, y'all. Just
Baskin Robin.
Bask in it. Let me leave you up there, clapping and hearts and we growl.
Although I will say, not that horrifying picture of Robert or what's his name?
Henry Connick Jr.
Henry Connick Jr.
On point. Wow, on point. Yeah, not everybody can rock a bald head.
True.
He was great as Daddy Warbucks, though.
He was.
Yes. I was like, I was looking through all of my Broadway stuff, and I'm like, they're just yay, Emery. There are too many songs. I have a whole list of things. I'm like, what goes best? I'm like, what can I do with Star Trek? I have to do Star Trek.
I don't watch Star Trek, but see, that's when you know when someone has no idea what the hell Star Trek is and just still is in love with the whole song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
thanks, guys.
That's how you know.
Yes, that's how we know that we.
Oh my God, Enchanted! I would love to do Enchanted.
That was they're shooting. I've actually drove by them on the over by Columbia. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They were shooting the sequel.
I was with you. Oh no, that was sorry.
No. It was right after that. It was the Saturday after that. I was driving to work and I drove by, and they were out on the street on over on 113th in Central Park West, where the building is shooting at the apartment building. It's called Disenchanted, the new sequel that they're working on.
That's amazing.
Marge, you're wonderful. Welcome back. Everyone loves you.
Thanks, I missed you guys.
Someone asked where you got your shirt from.
This shirt, my awesome boyfriend bought it for me. Thanks, Lenny.
It's funny because I saw that meme online actually today for the first time.
The meme?
I saw a picture of it online.
That's my picture. Yeah. I took a picture of the shirt and it's been up all year. That's my photo, my background photo on Facebook.
Oh, okay. That must be one. Must have been where I saw it. Yeah. So
yeah. Crystal, I think Crystal, one of our other performers. Yeah, she was like, "I love this." I'm like, "Take it."
Yeah, we were all saying, for those of you who missed the pre-show, we were saying earlier how Annie's actually one of our earliest memories. And if I'm not mistaken, NYC isn't in the movie. That's the song that was NYC was replaced by "Let's Go to the Movies," right?
Yes, which was a horrible song. Horrible song. So first of all, I love New York City.
Why don't you like "Let's Go to the Movies"?
It's just not as good as NYC. I'm just biased because they took out the other song. Like what about "We'd Like to Thank You, Herbert Hoover"? Like that was an amazing song, and they took it out.
Because it's really funny. Let's Go to the Movies is one of my favorite songs as a kid. And when I started working at Radio City Music Hall, where they shot that whole scene, when I used to be a tour guide there, I used to literally walk down the aisles going, "Let's go to the movies."
I get it. It was kind of like, how Ghostbusters gets kind of like weird when the song comes on like a 3/4 of the way through. That's like Let's Go to the Movies for me.
Well, I mean, it's how are you gonna?
It's a good song on its own.
It's the three iconic, the $3, 2 bags, 1 me. Like
exactly. Yeah. Someone mentioned it sounded like
Sesame Street.
Oh. Yeah, Sesame Street. Exactly. It's got that catchy, like you just want to sing along with it. Yeah, I think Matt said that. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Right on.
Fair enough. But also the difference between the three of us is you two were introduced to Annie by the show and then the movie, and we discussed it earlier. I was introduced to Annie the other way around. I saw the movie first,
yes,
and then saw the show.
My sister and I have that same clash with Jesus Christ Superstar. I'm the original Broadway cast. She's the movie, and we're like, no, Simon's supposed to do this.
You know what's funny? Jesus for years before I started, when I was a kid, when I studied music, before I studied theater, after I studied theater, everyone talked about Jesus Christ Superstar. I saw the original movie and I did not understand what the hype was. I was like, the movie didn't impress me at all. But when I finally saw it on stage, I went, oh, this is much better. This is much better. If I'd seen this version first, I might actually like it. You should play the character in Superstar. Yeah, I know, the screamy black guy. I don't want to play him because the movie, I don't like the movie.
I have only seen high school productions of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, but I bet you in an all-white school in Arkansas, they still have the screamy black guy.
Oh no! I mean, it was in Pennsylvania, but it was still all white people.
And you got the screamy black guy playing Judas.
Yeah, sure was.
That's why when John Legend played Jesus, I was like, I could care less that you could act the role because I love John Legend, but he couldn't. But I'm just like, Jesus is black for a change. Make it happen.
That was magical, man. That was magical.
That was and Sara Bareilles was brilliant.
Yeah, I did not expect her to come out like that. Like she just took all of her talent and like fame and she was like, I'm just gonna show you my talent.
Yeah.
And
she's great on Broadway.
Amazing.
I don't know if you saw her in Waitress, but she's great on Broadway.
I didn't get a chance to see Waitress, but that was all her music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I want to see her in Into the Woods when it comes on Broadway.
That's right.
That would be awesome.
Isn't she? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. And while I am disappointed that Heather Headley will not be transitioning from City Center to Broadway, Patina Miller is just the most amazing choice to take her place.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that. Like,
yeah. Guys, we love Marge because Marge is also one of the OG. Marge is not just one of the OG performers. Marge is the very first performer to ever set foot on a Cosplay Cabaret stage
with Minuet.
With Minuet.
That's right.
We have come full circle.
Yes.
And we love Marge and Marge comes to New York and visits and doesn't tell anybody.
Next time, I promise.
I'm not gonna lie, I was salty about that. I was like, I would have took it. I said I would have taken off work. I was mad.
Next time, I had to see family. I had to see my family and stuff. So I was like,
see your mother.
Yeah.
No, it's totally cool. 285,000 hails. It's all Marge. Saw Annie on Broadway first, then the movie. That's Tara. Movie first, and my sweet mom will tell you. Cassie said that. Yeah, Cassie and her mom both love. Both love. By the way, we didn't mention in the show. We mentioned in the pre-show, but if you didn't watch the pre-show, we didn't mention. Along with the charity Pop Culture Hero, Geeks on Broadway, we also do it this time because the Tonys are this Sunday.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if they're doing that stupid hybrid, half streaming, half live, or whatever thing. I have to watch it. I'm DVRing it anyway. But the Tonys are this Sunday, so yeah, go support Broadway shows. They're still sort of struggling on the way back, although you wouldn't know it the way producers have gone back to gouging people with ticket prices, but it's still a bit of a struggle.
I'm going to find where to stream it.
For shows. So, yeah, Marge, thank you so much.
Mwah. Love you guys. And everybody in the chat, we have our own chat pack.
Yes, we have our own chat pack. we have a cabaret chat pack, exactly. Exactly.
Love you guys.
And Sarah, no, we love the Goddamn Seventh Rule.
LLAP, guys.
LLAP, man. Woo.
Amazing. Oh,
Wait, what am I doing? I'm just pushing buttons. Hold on.
I don't know.
Here we go. All right. We're down to our last two numbers. We have our last performers, and we have our last performer, cabaret performer, and then a surprise. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the show. It looks like you guys have been enjoying the show. If you haven't been enjoying the show, don't tell me I don't care. No, I do care, but it's not like we can change it now. We have two numbers left, so.
I'd say from the comments, people seem to have been enjoying it. I'd say the emojis speak for themselves.
The emoji speak for himself. Emery has said once again, we need to have a chat pack outing. We need to have a chat pack Emery's Crisis. Emery's Crisis. Marie's Crisis. It's now called Emery's Crisis. I've rechristened the name of the bar.
Anne Marie's Crisis. That's it. It's hers now.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I'll be back afterwards.
Well, yes, like Lauren said, we have.
Wait. One more thing. One more thing before I go, because I don't want to do it afterwards, because then it'll be like out of the way. Because while the last number was going on, Cassie,
Your Majesty,
decided to pull out.
Oh, oh no!
Unbeknownst to me, I got a bunch of old white people in my house. She says, "Which mask do you want to wear?" I said, "If she doesn't have bacon, I don't want one." Wait, he's the one that did the shady stuff. Maybe he should go over here. But
they're all so pasty. Good.
Wait, where's the queen? The queen's the one she lost. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
God bless the queen.
So. No, you're not going to put one on and then sneak onto the screen. Oh, Jesus.
The hell I am. Welcome to the Queen's Jubilee. We call it the Platty Jubes.
I love your red extensions, Your Majesty.
Shut up, peasant.
If you
Peasant.
He's just salty because they lost the war. Next number.
You'll be back. The sequel, sung by the Queen herself. You'll be back. Don't let me sing. Don't make me sing. Our next performer has always had a love for the arts. She started her career as a figure skater before she found her love for singing and theater. She made her entire costume. Well, she always makes her entire costume. She is once again like a cosplayer, but she also can be seen as a professional mermaid on the side. And now that it's summertime, you have to go and see her. I'm sure she'll tell us all about those deets after her performance. But please enjoy the beautiful and dulcet tones as she serenades her as only a phantom can enjoy, Miss Nicole Oliver.
My one companion, you were all that mattered. You were once a friend and father, then my
So gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. This is one of those. The hardest part, anyone who puts together shows will tell you, and I've said this before, the hardest part of putting together a show is the opening number and whatever the closing anchor number is going to be. Unless, of course, you have people like Nicole. In which case it's like, well, I know how it's going to end. Now I just have to figure out how I'm going to start the damn thing. You're amazing. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I will tell you this. Phantom, generally speaking, is not one of my favorite musicals.
Aw.
My mom loves Phantom. Like, you know, you have like Coke, Pepsi, Star Trek, Star Wars, Phantom, Les Mis. I have always been firmly in the Les Mis camp.
I like both, so.
Okay. Phantom to me is a little just boring. I don't think I've ever gotten through an entire, and I've seen it several times. I don't think I've ever gotten through an entire performance without at least drifting off, if not outright falling asleep. Including the Vegas 90-minute version where they shortened it to 90 minutes, and I still managed to about at like the 60-minute mark to go. That being said, I have softened on Phantom over the years, in no small part because of hearing people like you.
Aw, thank you.
And with your permission, I'm actually going to say, do you know who Jennifer Hope Wills is?
The name rings a bell.
She was, I don't think she's anymore. She was one of the longest running Christines in the show's history. She's actually a friend of mine. I'm going to share the video with her if you don't mind.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, hey, someone just did this. Tell me what you think. I know her because I worked on another show with her. But that was beautiful. And I want to go back to the comments real quick because okay, so first of all, the cemetery.
Yeah.
What cemetery was that?
Did you did you sneak in and do it with permission, or were you like, I'm gonna Buffy my way through this and get some stuff when nobody's paying attention?
A little both. So, fun fact, I actually filmed this music video back in like 2016 or 17, and then unfortunately my friend who was filming it for me, his hard drive just crashed and we lost everything, so I didn't get back around to it until recently. But I went back to the same cemetery because it's one of the oldest cemeteries on Long Island. Half the tombstones, they're so old you can't read the name, so I'm not going to get in trouble, and no one's ever there because everyone is there.
I said, is she intentionally shooting the back end of these so she's not showing the names on them, or are the names so worn off?
Both. We were very careful about that. But yeah, because it's so old, no one's really visiting the people there, so no one's ever around. But the big difference was where me and my friend went last time, there was no fence. And then Dennis and I went this time around, I was like, oh, there's a huge fence now. Where do we get in? But then there's like the giant gates with the big name of the cemetery, Lakeview Cemetery. So we just went in. We were the only ones there. Maybe one guy went by walking his dog, and then that was it. So we got it all done in one day.
There's something depressing about a cemetery so old that there's no one left to visit the people visit the people who are there, because the people who visited them are probably somewhere else in the cemetery themselves.
Right. There's like a lot of like Civil War veterans there and stuff. It's a tad creepy.
I like to also everyone. We didn't get a serenade at our funerals. This was awesome.
Aw, right?
Lots of clapping, gorgeous as always. Nicole is a star.
Aw, thank you, Matt.
One day I want a Cosplay Cabaret pop-up video for behind-the-scenes info on all these masquerades. That's not a bad idea.
Do that.
Not a bad idea at all.
We should go back into the vault and find like 10 or 12 random performances and have everyone do pop-up video versions of whatever it was. Me and Kate, for our duet stuff, we keep all the blooper reels. Our pop-ups are just us. Our pop-ups consist of alcohol and Chinese food while we giggle between takes.
And just like our words.
Yeah, but no, that was a beautiful, beautiful rendition. I love that you recreated that. Also, if you ever read this book called there was an old news broadcaster in a show on 60 Minutes named Andy Rooney. He used to talk about cemeteries and fences.
Oh yeah.
And he said he could never understand why cemeteries have fences because no one outside wants to get in and no one inside is trying to get out.
True. Very
Like
true.
that. Although I feel like Dennis might debate you on that, but I know that I know the cemetery by me, unfortunately, they ended up putting the fence up because it was a historical cemetery and kids would come in the night and like kick down the gravestones, which is super disrespectful. So there's now an effort in progress. There's a big sign outside. It's like, help fund your local historical cemetery and help clean it up.
Well, what's the cemetery? The one in Queens, Kate, where like everybody and their cousin, Leonard Bernstein.
That huge one by the BQE.
One of the largest cemeteries, one of the largest cemeteries in the United States, and like everybody and their famous cousin is buried there, from like Leonard Bernstein to
Houdini.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's gorgeous for like photos, and there's just trees and
You get
lakes.
lost in there, I feel like.
Huh?
I feel like you get lost in that one. It's so big.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who goes there 2-3 times a year. She just goes to relax. She said it's just a gorgeous place. So by the way, I did mention you're the last performer of the cast tonight, but there is one more number that is inspired by the fact that you are the last number. So I just want you to know you inspired you. Yeah. So I've been along with being working. I was sick for the last couple of weeks, and I had 2 straight weeks where I was on mandatory vocal rest for almost 9 days, and then just shot to hell for the rest of it. So what I had planned to perform, I ended up not getting done. And I was just going to leave it at that because we had a great cast. But then when we decided to put your number at the end, I was like, ooh, I know what I'm going to add at the end of the show. So it is inspired. I hope you appreciate. I hope you like it because it was inspired by you. The number that I dug into the. I also dug into the vault for a video that is very old.
I'm so excited to see this.
Me too.
And that once you watch that last number, that will be our show. So, guys, round of applause to Nicole.
Thank you.
Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, in the final performance you will see tonight, Nicole as Kristen Day is followed by yours truly, although a 60-pound lighter me, as the Phantom of the Opera.
In sleep he sang to me, in dreams he came. My voice which calls to me,
I know what you said. Oh.
Oh my god, that was so good.
Oh, that was November 2002.
Wow. Wow.
Dude, I didn't even do my first show until 2004.
That was on the Carnival Fascination. The Carnival Fascination doesn't even exist anymore. They sold it.
Yeah.
It's paper clips now. It's paper clips somewhere in India.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That video is so old. The stage it's on is gone. And so is the waist. Ladies and gentlemen, who else is chilling in? There was a couple of people I saw chilling backstage, but they looked like they closed out. Ladies and gentlemen, that is, oh my God, and a whole 10 minutes ahead of schedule. That is, we're getting good at this, Kate. It's almost like we're professionals. Geeks on Broadway 2022. November 2002, I was a year old. Abby Rodriguez.
Year old.
No, I think that's Mosley's sister.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wow.
Babies.
I know, babies. Oh my God. So that is our show. It was between that and Miss Saigon, because I found a number that I did from Miss Saigon.
Okay, cool.
I might play that after the credits. No, because it's not supposed to be about me. No, it's not supposed to be about me. No, it's supposed to be about everybody else, not me. That'll be the stinger after the credits. After the credits, I'll play that video.
Next time we'll all send in old theater clips from like high school or something.
Yes, I'll send in old theater clips. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. It's been awesome. Quick reminder, you can tip any of the cast members, or you can tip all of our cast members tonight. Go to PenPal. Go to PayPal or Venmo at GeekLifeRules, #Cosplay Cabaret. If you would like to virtually tip our performance tonight, it will be split evenly amongst the cast. If you would like to donate to the charity that tonight's show was benefiting, meaning if you didn't get a ticket before, or if you want to get a ticket now, or if you just want to donate to the charity cause, you can do that also. Venmo, PayPal at GeekLifeRules. Just use the #GeekLifeCares. And if you go to Teespring, Geek Life Swag, go to Teespring and find us. These wonderful t-shirts that your hosts have on tonight. 100% of the proceeds for the whole month of June will be going to celebrate Pride efforts. So get yourself a cool t-shirt. It'd be very cool. Let's give a big thanks to our entire cast one more time. We have Mostly Ghostly, Wayne Henry, Estelle Goodwin, Matt Rawson, Bailey Kellis, Greg Levine, Danielle Dragoni, Sailor Marge, and the wonderful Nicole Oliva Soprano.
Thank you.
And your hostess with the mostest, Moon Pie, and Moon Pie's assistant, Kate Hoover.
She thanks you all for making her a part of this.
Still waiting for a catch parody.
And of course, biggest round of applause to the one and only Lauren Sneals, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, guys. No after party tonight. Because because I have an early morning tomorrow of stuff. It's Cassie's birthday next Friday, by the way. It's Cassie's birthday next Saturday. Is Cassie's birthday. Cassie's birthday is next Saturday, but both of us have crazy schedules that we're going to be working through them. So we're celebrating tomorrow, which is the one day off I have until July tomorrow. So no after party. The next show we have will be August 18th. And guess what, y'all? I'm not going to be sitting behind my desk at a computer. We are going to be back in New York City at Don't Tell Mamas on 46th Street.
Yeah, we are.
After party will be at McHale's on the upper level. Yay! The tickets for that show are cash at the door. However, they do need you to make reservations. So go to Don't Tell Mama's website. you will get your reservation directly on there. Please don't wait to. What always happens is like 5 or 6 people that always make their reservation or buy their ticket straight up, and then the whole month goes by and the numbers don't move, and then at the very last minute, people are like, "Oh, we're gonna go," and that's great, except they can't staff properly for that. They can't staff properly, and also it makes it hard to budget when it comes to talking about money and finances with dealing with these clubs. So, guys, coming out, the Summer Sci-Fi Show is always awesome. The auditions are already open for it, so don't wait for a casting call. If you want to be in the Summer Sci-Fi Show, go ahead and send a submission into New York Cosplay Cabaret. Either email the submission, or better yet, go to our new link, Google Drive link, which is something I started doing, inspired again by Nicole and Maestro Marvelous. So because it's a lot easier to keep track of people that way. Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
So go there to make your submission for the show. That show is going to be live, 7 p.m. August 18th in New York City with an after party. It's going to be awesome. And before then, follow Geek Life Rules and NYC Away Team and USS Growler, because there is a whole lot of cosplay events and geek events and meetups happening over the next 8 weeks, and I think we're even adding 2 more. So there's First Contact at Bryant Park on August 1st. There's Star Trek Wrath-a-Con at the Intrepid on the 29th. There's Hotsy Totsy Star Trek on August 11th. There's us on the 18th. And like I said, I know I'm forgetting other stuff. So just follow us on Instagram, social media. Patreon. I have a Patreon page now. Follow that.
Me too.
I have a Patreon page. I have a Patreon page because once you go back doing full live shows, there's going to be perks. Also, the ticket prices are going to have to go up, and so patrons are going to get deep discounts and all types of swag and gifts and stuff that are being made. So, did I forget anything this time? Oh, thank you to Ernesto. Thank you to David Citron. Thank you to Jamal Taylor. Thank you to Captain Ed O'Carroll, and thank you to Cassie, who comes in here with masks and keeps me laughing.
Wait, I want to see the Queen one more time.
She took the mask. They're done. And thanks to all of you guys for continuing to support the stuff we try to do. Closing credits, and if you stick around for the stinger, Miss Saigon. Anything else you guys want to say?
Just as always, so thrilled to be doing this, and I love you all. Excellent job to everyone.
Have a good night.
In life where nothing seems real, I have found you. I have found you.
In a world that's moving too fast, in a life where nothing can last, I will hold you. I will hold you.
You won't believe all the things you'll see. I know 'cause you'll see them all with me. If we're together, that's when we'll hear it again. A song played on a solo saxophone. A crazy side.